Okay, guys, thank you so much for joining us on our Thursday night coffee chat. I am Caity Metz, and I'm ready to rock this call out. I'm so, so excited. Catherine and I have been doing these calls now for like 8 or 9 months, and we just got to meet over the weekend in person finally.
I know. People saw us like hugging, and they were like, what is going on? I'm like, we're meeting for the first time. And then they're like, are you kidding me? Nobody believes us.
I know. It was so much fun. We got together for our annual It Works conference, and, man, they didn't disappoint at all. They just brought it for us. And there's so many things going on that we were just so excited to share with everyone. So here we are. And, Catherine, I'm going to switch things up tonight. I want you to tell your story to the people who don't know you and introduce yourself to everyone.
Oh, my goodness. I never go first. Oh, man, I usually let you shake off the cobwebs to get us started.
I'm such a ham, and I always go first.
That's awesome. I love it. Oh, man, I am so excited to be on this call this week, too. You know, I'm excited every week that we get to share this opportunity with people, but with the things we're going to share tonight, I am just like, I'm just blown away by what we have to offer. And when Joel and I got started with It Works 2.5 years ago, it wasn't quite 2.5 years ago, we didn't have any of these things that we're going to be talking about tonight. And so to know that we were excited back then, if people could just, I'm just overwhelmed. You know, 2.5 years ago when I got started with It Works, it was because I'd been watching a friend of mine build this business for probably 3 years over Facebook. We had connected about 3 years prior over Facebook, and just we're friends, you know, like friends are. We went to high school together, and it was just really fun after Joel had been traveling with the military and when Facebook kind of came on the scene to reconnect with people. And I reconnected with her, and she was posting things about some of the products. I was really struggling with some health issues, and so the products were catching my eye. But really just that we were building rebuilding a relationship together made it so I was beginning to trust in our likeness and that we had a lot of things in common. And so, of course, I keep following more and more and more. At the time, I was working 3 part-time jobs, which included working at my children's school part-time. I was cleaning somebody's house and doing child care for them. I was working another direct sales business. I was applying for retail to work on top of that.
Wow.
And I was coaching high school basketball. So, and mothering my 4 children, and my husband works 24-hour shifts as a firefighter. So not a lot of extra time in the day, but I knew there had to be something better because I was watching my friend do it. And I was like, we're missing the boat here. And, you know, really wasn't sure what that was going to look like because I thought I was with a good company, the company I was with, and they are a good company. But I just thought I was doing something wrong. And so I really wanted my friend's products. I wanted our greens, and I wanted our fat fighters to help with the health issues I was having. And when we sat down and talked about those products with her and her husband, and then we just saw what the company was about and the integrity and the background and all those things, Joel looked at me and he's like, I think we're supposed to be doing this business. I don't think you're supposed to be doing any of that other stuff. And you know what? I actually that week I closed my other business down. I put in my notice at the school. I still continued to babysit for a little while, which I'm not doing anymore. And I resigned from coaching because I just knew that this was such an amazing opportunity that I needed to be able to focus as much as possible on it. And that if I did that, it would be able to replace all those other things. And within 6 weeks of being with It Works, I reached our Ruby level, which is approximately almost $600 income, which was almost what I was making by doing all those other things. So it was just an amazing opportunity for us. And it still is. It's even a better opportunity now for people who are listening.
Absolutely. I love that. And I love, too, that, you know, you started with so many things, other things going on, but, I mean, did you find that maybe being around all those people kind of worked to your advantage, even though you were busy?
You mean just like building relationships with all those people?
Yeah, like you
for
got
sure.
to talk to people. Mhm.
Yeah, absolutely. Just the opportunities I had when people knew I was starting to make a change, they're like, "What are you doing?" You know, because because they knew what I was doing, and they're like, "Wait a minute, she's like focusing on one thing now. What's the deal?" So absolutely, it right away gave me people who I could just talk with and say, "Hey, I found this, and I think it's amazing." Yeah. Now, Caity, you found it works not quite the same way as me, but also through somebody close to you.
Yes. Okay. So I got started 2.5 years ago as well. At the time, I was full-time school and I was in retail management, which took up a lot of my time, and I was also taking 5 courses towards my bachelor's in psychology. So had my plate full with a lot of things, but I was introduced to the wrap from my mom. She called me up very excited about her results. She didn't really even know what happened. She just was like, I tried this thing. I know I'm smaller, and I'm so excited. And I was like, it wasn't even making sense. And I was at school, and I was like, all right, Mom, sounds good. Thanks for letting me know. And she was having a party with a couple of her friends, and she was like, look, Caity, I don't have enough wraps for you to try it this time. I have more coming in, but I would love for you to come and listen. So I did, and the reason I went to listen was because I was having a lot of digestive health issues, and she told me that there was a product for that. So I wasn't too intrigued with the wrap. I was very, very skeptical. But the girls at my work were all very intrigued with the wrap, and they said to me, you know, I'll give you the $25. I just want to see if it works, and awesome. I want you to try it. So luckily that night somebody wasn't able to wrap or wasn't able to come. I don't remember, but I was able to wrap that night, and I didn't really get results in 45 minutes, but I did get it the next morning, and I was like, what the heck is in this thing? Is it black magic? Like, how did this work? I was so excited. I called up the girls at work that were interested, and I was like, you have to have a party. My mom needs people. And calling up my friends, I posted my before and after picture on Facebook. My fiance, Dan, is very techie, so he put them side by side for me. And I just built a business with that excitement. It's crazy to think that I signed up to do this. I don't even know how that happened, but I knew that I wanted to be on the product. I knew that I really couldn't afford it. Dan and I at the time were saving to move out, and with my retail management salary plus paying my way through school, and Dan also the same thing, we really weren't bringing in a lot of income. So I thought I was looking for a part-time job anyway. I thought maybe I could do this around what I was doing and just talk to people, because I literally had people handing me $25 to try it before I even signed up. So literally, you just have to try it and then share that with people, and people respond to it. So I jumped right in. I got my customers all signed up and everything, and I also went Ruby very quickly, which we're going to talk about why that's so exciting. I went Ruby in my first 60 days just by asking my friends and family, like, do this with me. You don't have the money to try the product, just get on board. You can earn some free product and a little extra cash so that you can save. And just really quickly it grew that way, and now we are full-time. It works. I resigned from my full-time job so that I could focus on school at the time. I'm done with school, and now I'm a full-time crazy rap girl, and it's awesome. I can't even believe that this is my life, and I just wanted to sign up to make a little couple extra $100 and very quickly it changed into more. So you know, it doesn't have to be crazy goals that you set for yourself when you get started. It could just be something small. And now we're looking at bringing Dan home this year and bringing him home from his full-time job. And we're both in our 20s. I'm 24 years old, and he's 26. So I can't even imagine.
You know, so many times I say to people the things that you're talking about, Caity, you know, because a lot of people are like, well, I'm not really sure if I could do it, and I'm not, you know, it's the same things we hear when somebody is trying to decide if they want to get started on a, you know, a exercise plan, or they know they need to get healthy and they need to do things. And we're not saying make a commitment to the plan. We're saying make a commitment to yourself. And, you know, when I introduce our products to people, I say, are you willing to commit for 90 days to try and make yourself a better person? Well, what if you committed equally, not to other people, committed to yourself, that you're worth giving, 90 days to see what this could happen. But are you really worth this for the next year, the next 5 years?
Mm-hmm.
What if it really could do what we're going to say that it's going to do? You know what I mean? Like, are you worth it?
Mm-hmm.
And, oh, man, if people could just grab a hold of that and not do this for anybody else. Do this because they want to be committed to something themselves. And what they're going to find, of course, we both know, is all these amazing relationships come out of it, and the commitment comes to wanting to help other people be successful. But it just starts with somebody making that personal decision to say, am I worth trying something different? Not because I'm signing on a dotted line for anything, because this is voluntary. You're not really signing on a dotted line.
Mm-hmm.
But are you worth it? Can you commit to yourself to do something life-changing?
Oh, I love that. And, one of the things, I just was talking to someone today who doesn't have a retirement plan, been working most of his life, and I was talking to him, and he's a hard worker. He is working 7 days a week, holidays, weekends, you name it. And he's in his 50s, and the two of us were talking, and I said, what other options do you have? Because what's your plan B? If you couldn't work, do you still get paid? And he said, no, I don't. And that's kind of where we were at. We were looking at, is this going to be the rest of our lives, like waking up and having opposite schedules? And, you get married to someone because you want to spend time with them. You don't get married to someone because you want to work opposite schedules just to pay your bills.
Yeah.
And
Absolutely.
and I said to him, what other options do you have? And he said, I don't. And he goes, you're so right. I need to take a look at this, because very rarely do you get an opportunity that, number one, this company, not a lot of people know about it yet. You'd think for 15 years we've been around, just about, that more people would know about us, and they really, really don't. And, I know, Catherine, you're out there in Michigan with some of the top income earners of the company. Do you still run into that people don't know about us?
Oh, every day. I actually live in the hometown of our CEO, and it is the small town where I think I was told the first 40 people were who came on board with this company were from the small town I live in. I live in a town of like 3,000 people, so very small. I still talk to people every day in my community who have never heard of this rap.
Wow. That's crazy.
I know. And I, sometimes think, we go to this big conference this past week, and there's 15,000 people there, and you're thinking, oh, my goodness, there's so many of us. This is so big. But then I, had this vision, and I'll talk about a little bit maybe about it later, this vision of when you're in a big stadium, an athletic stadium, and it has that many people in it, and nobody is, when I look around in a stadium, I'm not thinking, oh, my word, probably every single one of these people is a Networks distributor.
Exactly.
You're in a big, huge sports stadium. You're thinking, oh, my goodness, maybe 15 people in this place, because they say about 2%. So maybe 15 people, 30 people in this place have heard of It Works.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy to think of?
Yeah, it really is, and it's in our own backyard. Not to mention they're opening up in new countries all the time, and we've got all this growth happening. It's endless, the possibilities. So, I was talking to a couple of people this week, and I just said, you have no idea. And the tools that they have given us, man, they made it easier than I think when we started to get started.
Absolutely. I totally agree. And one more thing on that numbers, this just totally blew my mind, is I was talking to a distributor who several years ago was with another company, and they did very well with that company. And they were talking about how they would go to monthly meetings. They could have upwards of 40 to 60,000 distributors at them.
Wow.
Monthly. We had 15,000, less than 15,000 at our annual conference. And that just blew my mind. I was like, oh, my goodness, we are just getting started.
It's so true. And, with a company that, yes, we're so new, but so established. We're debt-free. It's not a flash in the pan. It's not a one-hit wonder. And we have a product that, man, it excites people. They see results right away in 45 minutes, and there's nothing else on the marketplace like it. I just think that gives us such a competitive edge. to what's out there.
Absolutely.
You know, they can't go to Walmart or Target down the street and buy what we have. I had a moment like you, Catherine, where it blew my mind. I was at a vendor event looking at all the different wedding vendors that were competing with one another. There were florists next to me. There were hair girls, nail girls, you name it, everything under the sun, photographers. There were 2 DJs set up next to one another, and they were competing with each other to just talk to people. We were the only crazy rap sitting there, and I just thought, wow, you know, I'm not a very competitive person. This is awesome. You know, I'm glad I don't have to compete with anyone.
That's so good.
So, one last thing. You have, you know, a very busy household, active kids, you know, that have a lot of sports and things going on all the time. What's a tip that you can give to someone looking at our business for the very first time that are like, you know what, I'm just worried I don't have the time to commit to this?
I really believe in so many ways the busy mom is the one who has the advantage because they get to see people all the time. You know, I'm constantly building conversations with people. In fact, I went to my daughter's basketball game. I don't remember what night it was. I have no idea what day of the week it is. I guess it was Monday night. It's Thursday, right, at their coffee chat. Monday night, and, you know, it was after I had been taking one child to this thing, another child to that thing, running all over the place. That's what we do with teenagers. I'm sitting at my daughter's basketball game, and I just walked in and found a seat because, honestly, I was just tired, and I was looking for a spot where I could sit against the wall and in the bleachers. And so I just sat down, and I knew I was sitting on the other team's side, but I thought, well, as people filter in, I'll get up and move to our side. But then I got comfortable, and I was like, I'm not moving. I'm going to sit here with the whole other team's parents. And this dad came, big dad. He was just a big guy. He had to have been like 6'4". Big guy comes, and he sits right next to me. Like, there was not like even a couple inches because that was all the space there was in these bleachers. He sat right next to me. And we just started a conversation, you know, about our girls playing ball and all those types of things. But before you knew it, he's asking me about what I do. I'm telling him about our supplements. He's wanting, and then he looks at me, he goes, is this an MLM business? And I said, yeah. And he's like, can I get your card because I'm always looking for the next best MLM.
Wow.
He goes, and this sounds like the perfect opportunity. And I looked at him, I'm like, I think there was a reason why I was supposed to sit on the wrong team side. And he's like, I don't think anything doesn't happen for a reason. You know, I could have just sat in a corner that night and just, because I was tired and it had been a long day, and just, you know, sat there and taken in watching my daughter play. But God gave me this amazing opportunity to have this person sit right next to me who was looking for our type of opportunity. And that happened. The busy mom gets to talk to new people all the time.
Yeah.
And I love it. And I think that your kids taking them with you to the grocery store is the best excuse to make conversation with people.
Yeah.
Let them wander up and down the aisles and run into people. It gives you a chance to say excuse me and say, oh, so for doing that, would you like a coupon? Like, we can come up with so many reasons to start a conversation with people and be busy moms.
Exactly. And, you know, on the flip side of that, we don't have kids. And Dan works full time and he works from home. So it's not like he sees people. He sees me and Pepper, and that's about it. Pepper's my dog, and that's about it. That's what he sees. So we go out and we'll be having our It Works t-shirt on, or, you know, just think about when you go to the grocery store. You got the girl who's checking you out. Maybe you need some deli meat, so you go to the deli counter. Maybe you need some seafood, so you have to go over there, or the butcher. You can talk to them about it. You can go down the aisles. You'll see any number of people there. The people at customer service, you can stop by and just give them a coupon. You don't have to be a salesperson. Just strike up conversation and be friendly, you know. And especially now that we're getting married, we're talking to wedding vendors all the time. So just think about the people you see. Even if you don't know them, you don't need to know a lot of people. Most of my family had heard about it when I started. You really don't need to know a lot of people to get started, and that's the beauty of this. You just have to be friendly, put a smile on your face, and wear some green, and people ask what's going on.
Exactly. You know, there's so many people out there who go their whole day without even hearing a thank you. And so if the least we do is we take that extra little bit of time to tell the person at the meat counter, thank you for being willing to do that for me. Thank you for being here tonight. And say, I would love to give you a coupon. It could change their life. I mean, and it all started with a thank you.
That's so true. I remember when I used to work retail, I used to remember the people who said hi back. When I would say, hi, how are you? When they walked in the store, if they would say hi to me, I'd be like, thank you so much. So many people would just walk right past you and not say anything. So
exactly.
It's important to slow down, isn't it?
Yes. Yes, it is. For us to be conscious of who's around us. There's people around us all the time, and people who are looking for what we do.
Exactly. So I think we should talk about what's going on right now because it's ridiculous.
It really is.
All right. Well, the number one thing that I'm very excited about is this energy drink. Do you want to tell them about the energy drink that's coming out soon?
I am so excited about this energy drink. Also, the first thing I thought when they introduced that we were coming out with an all-natural energy drink with no caffeine in it, no unnatural sweeteners or sugars in it. The only sugars that are in it are what naturally occur from fruits anyways. But it has all the flavor that you could want from an energy drink. And it has the vitamins and obviously the energy. And the first thing that came to my mind was, I don't let my kids have those. I don't let my kids drink energy drinks. And, you know, I'm that mom who's like, their kids are all drinking their energy drink. I'm like, don't do it. And telling them they're going to have a heart attack. And, you know, all of those things. And the first thing I thought was, in fact, the first thing I put on Facebook, and I tagged my 16-year-old son and said, this is a safe energy drink for everybody. And I am so excited. And I know that we're going to draw a lot of attention because my kids are going to be carrying those around, and all their friends are going to be like, hey, when did your mom start letting you have that?
Yeah.
And, you know, it's going to really create a buzz.
Absolutely. I cannot wait. And that will be available in March. And
March 5th.
I was just actually talking to a nutritionist, and I had her look at the ingredients, and there is caffeine, but it's from green tea extract, and she said that it's natural caffeine. It's not like the chemical stuff that they put in
added. Yes.
No, and she said like it is revolutionary the way that it's formulated, and she actually told me that she does not like energy drinks because of the things that they add to them that they don't have to list on the label. And she said our ingredients are so cutting edge, so high tech, she's actually impressed and would be interested in looking at it.
That's awesome.
I mean, that goes to show you too the integrity behind the formulation of our ingredients. You know, everything is so thought out by people that know, you know, the industry and know a lot. We have a doctor who is formulating a lot of these products, and man, I am so excited. I know that's going to open up a whole brand new market of people to take a look at us for the first time for sure. So
yes, it absolutely is. And you were just saying something when you were talking about just the integrity, and they were talking about the amount of time that they took to research the ingredients and to put the proper combination together. And as they were introducing the product to us last weekend, and I don't want to say wrong, Caity, but it was 2 to 3 years that they spent formulating this to make it just right.
Yep. Yeah, it was. It's crazy.
I think it speaks volumes for, you know, for what we want our products to stand for.
Exactly, and I love, too, that they take very careful care of what they put in everything, you know, and they won't release it until it's perfect. So very excited, and it tastes amazing. For being good for you, it tastes so good.
It is super good.
Oh, man, you definitely need to get that. March 5th, again, that comes out. Other things we got going on, really easy way of doubling how much money you can make in 60 days. Should we tell them how to get started?
Yeah, for sure. This is exciting.
All right. Well, it's pretty simple. We have a 3-step process of how we run our business, and it takes all the guesswork out of it. For those of you who've never done a business like this before, like me. And it's the first step is just joining the party. You know, we stand for friendship, fun, and freedom. We have a lot of fun when we get together, and it really is a party. We make lots of new friends, and it's $99 to get started. You know, think about where you spend $99 on a weekly basis. I know the two of us can spend that at the grocery store easily. $99 to get started, and that comes with 4 wraps, an awesome business builder kit that they updated with lots of marketing materials to help you get started. And you're going to have everything you need in that kit to wrap 4 of your friends, and you're going to get those wraps on people for $25 to $30, and that will make your money back right away. So it really is a risk-free investment. I love that. Now, there are booster options. If you think you might be talking to more than 4 people that want this product, you can boost your kit right on sign up and get more product in your hands, add a bigger discount, and add more cash to your pocket right away. And I know Catherine and I both boosted, and I don't regret it because people want what we have, and they want to try it before they commit to buying it for sure. So that's the first step. And step 2 is wrap rewards. I love our wrap rewards. For every 2 loyal customers we get, the company gives us a box of wraps for $25. And that's 4 wraps that you're going to make $75 per box. How awesome is that?
And you can just take that and just reinvest it right back into your business, so you're never going into debt, which is so key with It Works. So we build these businesses without having this high overhead of debt. And we can just keep turning it over, and then we start seeing those commission checks come in, which you're going to talk about some more.
Exactly. And so for 4 loyal customers, that's going to get you. You're going to get started, get your 4 loyal customers. That's going to get you 2 boxes of wraps at $25 a piece. Again, you're going to put those wraps on people, and you get paid cash for the wraps you put on people, and on top of it, any loyal customers you bring on, you're going to get paid residually in a monthly commission check. And I just love that there are so many different ways that we get paid in this business, and I'm really pumped. And our loyal customer program is awesome because I know that there are no other companies out there that offer our distributor discount without having to sign up for a business. And I think it's just as valuable as our wrap for people. So you're going to go ahead and get a couple of your friends and family. It's so easy, just 4. So think of 4 people that you know that might want to get a little healthier, get a little bit of an edge on their New Year's resolution. Step 3 is going Ruby. Ruby is awesome. I love this promotion level. It is really a license to make money. I know that rubies lead to every single level in our compensation plan is just building rubies. And all that entails is getting 3 friends together that might need to make a little extra money and helping them start their steps 1, 2, and 3. You're going to just help them get started with their customers. You're going to help them get started with maybe a couple team members of their own. And I know when we first started, my sponsor was brand new. She just signed up in the business. So all of us just had people come over together. You know, once a week we'd get together and we'd be like, I don't know, but just come and try this wrap and let's talk to you about it. And it's so simple, and people were so excited. And you can do that in 60 days. And if you do that in 60 days, Catherine, what do they get if they do all of those things in 60 days?
There is a $500 bonus on top of your commission check. So you're going to get the cash from selling the wraps that we've been talking about. If you have built that business up to, are we in the same place?
Yes. You get that up to Ruby. Exactly. No, you're good.
I'm like all so excited. I'm confused. So then you get you start building that business up to Ruby. Your average check is going to be about $599 a month, and then you're going to get a $500 bonus on top of that.
Exactly. So that adds up to about $1,000 right in 60 days. How many people could use an extra $1,000 to pay off that debt from Christmas?
In the next 2 months.
Yes, exactly. And all you have to do is just share. Go out, try the product, and the person who invited you to this call, they are more than qualified to build a Ruby. So you just get back to that person. They're going to show you what that looks like step by step. start thinking about who do you know? Who do you want to bless with this? Because this really is just such a blessing. And think about the people who don't have a plan B in your life. Think about the people who maybe are taking a lot of medication. They need some healthy greens even in their body just to kind of balance that out. Think about those kinds of people and write them down. Write out a list and be like, look, I'm doing this. And, you know, it takes off from there. It really does. So
yes, it does.
I'm trying to think, too, like, what other opportunity do you have that does this? And one of the greatest parts about getting involved right now is that you have a shot at our good bonuses. And our CEO is so generous that normally it's a $10,000 bonus by going diamond. And all diamond is building 3 rubies on your team. When you build 3 rubies on your team, you go diamond. And normally it's a $10,000 bonus. He just made it $20,000. And I know Catherine and I have both gotten a good bonus before. So it's definitely something that's doable.
Yes, and we both did that by finding basically 5 people who really wanted to work the business the way we did. And I keep conveying to my team now, and I know I talked to you about this a little bit earlier, Caity, about as I'm now reevaluating people who I know could use this business, as I'm thinking, would I want them to be the starting 5 on my team?
Yeah.
Like if I was building a team to go all the way to the championship, and I love sports, so these analogies like really speak to me. Who would I want to have be my starting 5? You know what? That's how I'm approaching them. I'm approaching them saying, I am building a team. I want the best of the best, and I want you to be one of my starting 5.
Yeah.
And that speaks volumes, especially to people who love sports. They're going, oh, they want me to be they don't just want me to sit the bench. They want me to be one of their starters.
Absolutely.
And I'm going to go all in for somebody who wants to coach me to be one of their starters. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And so I let's just keep it really, really simple. 5 people. Go find 5 people who can help you build this business, and they're going to find 5, and they're going to find 5, and they're going to find 5, and we're just going to build a whole bunch of rubies. We're going to have a whole bunch of people make an extra $1,000 in 60 days, and they're all going to be going diamond and getting $20,000 bonuses.
Exactly. So we all have a choice tonight. Most people come to this call because they're looking for something, and I really believe that you're not on this call by chance. I believe that there's a reason you're on this call. There's something more you're looking for, and you're done with the way things look. So you can either get started with us right now as a loyal customer. You can start trying the product for yourself, building a testimony, and seeing how they work for you. Maybe you just want to get a little healthier, or jump all in, join the party, and get started as a distributor and start earning some commissions. Because these bonuses, guys, they're gone at the end of March. So you don't want to miss this chance. If you're even a little bit thinking about doing it, just sign up. Sign up and start today. Because tomorrow will be another day that's missing out of all that time you're going to be missing out. So
exactly.
Anything you want to leave the people with before we get going?
I know if we were in this position 2.5 years ago where we had an opportunity to go for $20,000, I mean, we worked our tails off for $10,000. I can't imagine what we would have done for $20,000. But it's doable, and we see people do it, and all you have to do is get started. That's all you have to do.
Exactly.
Get started.
I love it. And when you lead from that place of wanting to help other people, the rest falls into place. I think it all starts with us. And it starts with making that decision to better your life. And there are going to be people that will come out that want to join you in that same process. Because let's face it, everybody's got something that they're lying awake at night wishing they had and wishing they could do for their family. So look for those people. They're out there. There's a lot of them out there. So I thank you guys for joining us tonight.
Thank you.
Catherine and I will be back next week, 9 p.m., same time, same number, and invite people. We would love to hear your stories. If you're an It Works family member, we'd love to hear from you and spotlight you on one of our calls. And if you're a guest tonight, I thank you for your time. Please go back to the person who invited you on this call. They truly, truly care about you. They invited you for a reason. And, Catherine, it's always lovely talking to you. I
love it.
Girl. All right, guys. Have a good night. I'll talk to you later.
Good night, everybody.
Bye.